A team such as Hendrick fabricates many of their own parts. I've always wanted to see this.
You don't just go into the local auto parts store and buy this stuff.
No, they design and fabricate most of their own parts, including the one I love, the engine. So do you guys actually make your engines in-house?
We do. We make over 600 engines a year here at the facility, and as you said, it has Hendrick Motorsports on the cover. Let's go take a look at how we do that. All right, we're here at the CNC shop at Hendrick Motorsports, and we're going to talk about how we make parts. The first thing we do is we have the designer design a part. What we have here is a spindle that goes on our car. The designer comes up with a print. These are prints that will go to the manufacturing engineer, and then we'll make a finished part. But before we do that, the first thing we'll do is we'll mock it up. This is a stereolithography part, and we take the design and we put it in the machine, and this comes up with, it's a resin, and it makes a part. We can't use this part, but it makes sure that our design is what we want. It then goes to our manufacturing engineer, which is Dale here. Dale, what happens when you get the design from the engineer?
Well, Doug, as we get the designs from the engineer, it's our responsibility as machinists to take that part from a design aspect to a solid part that's structurally and that we can use. We start out as use a blank piece of material that we buy in, that we can manufacture from that to get the parts that we do. And also we use, from these prints here, we've got tolerances in the neighborhood of plus or minus 5 thousandths. We use our different types of measuring instruments to be able to measure and check and verify and inspect our parts as we're continuing to make them.
So when you get a design from the engineer, how does the machine know to do what it does?
Well, we have a sponsorship from Siemens that we use software. It's CAD software that we generate our toolpath from. Us as technicians, our responsibility is to program the part from this model.
There are only about 3,000 parts that go into an engine.
And every single one of them has to be checked.
Okay, so we've seen how you guys make parts. How do you know that they're okay to go on a race car?
Well, for the parts we make internally and then the parts that we buy from suppliers, we bring them to quality control lab and we measure them before they go on the car. You can see this is a cam gear here, and this coordinate measuring machine will come and pick up key dimensions from the part and make sure they're okay before we put them on, in this case, the engine.
When all the parts are approved, only then are they put together in an engine.
Let me guess, and tested once again.
Yes, all the parts must now work as a whole, like a team. Only this mechanical team is called an engine, and it's so cool.
Since the engine is the heart of a race car, I would think we're getting a very special inside view here.
We definitely are. The engine shop is not on any tours for visitors, let alone ARCA drivers.
This illustrates how important Hendrick and Bank of America think it is for students to pursue science, technology, engineering, and math in school.